not a bad thing kunini na shemeji yako. Yeah, unaweza hug shemeji yako, unaweza mbeba, mnaweza dance na yeye. These are normal things. Maybe nini sana ndio naona but I don't find any problem with that. Umejua what happened with that video? I went to the shoot, akaniona akanikimbilia akanirukia. Unajua sasa mimi nilikuwa nimemshika asianguke.
Hello there, it's your girl Jackie reporting from Obinna TV updates, and guess what? We're here at Zool School and I've met one amazing personality that's none other than Leslie Daniel. Hi Leslie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You're looking good as always.
Thank you so much. You're also looking good.
Thank you. Leo tumekutembelea hapa kidogo tupige story.
Karibuni sana. Nimefurahia kwa hapa. Yes.
So guys, if you don't know, najua wengi wenu mmemwona pale, this Oga Obinna's brother. But then nani ni mkubwa na ni mdogo?
Ule ni mtoto kwangu.
No, tumekataa.
Ule ni infant.
Wanasemanga like ukiona mwenye kuna body sana, that's the little one.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, yeye ndio mkubwa wangu.
So wewe ndio ni last born?
Yeye ndio mkubwa wangu.
Like how alisema pale you guys are 4?
Yeah, we are 4. Yeye ndio second born. Alafu ni mkubwa wangu.
Also Leslie, tumekuona kwenye mtandao, you're one person that una push yourself so much there. Tumeona your work. Kwanza hebu tuongelele muziki. Me personally, when I was knowing you, nilikuwa nakujua as an artist.
Career ilikufa.
Jamani, mbona uliua career?
Career ilishuka na Zakayo. Umejua tu there was just a lot going on, nikapiga pause kidogo. That's why.
You did amazing songs pale na tuliona some of them uli collaborate pale na of course your brother Obinna. Maybe saizi venye tunaona pia Obinna ako pale anafanya very well in music. Are you thinking of coming back ufufue career?
Of late by there I've had a lot of questions about it. Also, and then to muziki fanya nini, I don't know, maybe I'll do one. Yeah. Or maybe I'll release one because already I have a lot of songs. Songs nimerecord ni mingi kushinda za nimetoa. So maybe in the near future I can decide to release one, yes.
Maybe pale umesema career ilikufa. At what point did you opt out for music?
The more I was getting busy with running the college, Zool School. Like it's my day to day. Unaona kila siku narauka hapa 6 I'm already here, natoka usiku. It was just nimekuwa too busy, alafu kuanzisha my YouTube channel ya fitness nini, so there was just a lot, so nikaanza kukosa time ya kwenda studio because every weekend Saturday Sundays I was always in the studio, so nikaanza kukosa hiyo time, and then I think I just got carried away with the other work. But there's no particular point pale niliamua ati from now on staki music, you know, because I think music si kitu tunaweza decide. You know, music unlike these other careers, if at all it's in you, it's in you. Kwa Kijaga tunasema tumjuogi. Like ni kama tu yani something that is so spiritual. You know, ni something spiritual. Muziki itakama up tu kwa mind yako, whether you think about what, no, like if at all niseme tu ni take two time without doing anything, I'll just find myself writing a song ama inakuja tu kwa kichwa yangu. So it's something I think siwezi opt out, like siwezi decide that I don't want it. Yeah, but naweza decide ku release but of course itakuwa tu kwa mind yangu.
You've spoke about with the time ulikuwa unakuwa busy running Zool School. Maybe you can just tell us some things about Zool School.
Okay, so Zool School is a fitness college, pale tunafunza fitness science and also other short courses. So fitness science is it's a deep fitness course that inafunza mtu kuwa trainer. So mtu anaweza kuwa personal trainer, anaweza kuwa gym instructor, anaweza kuwa team coach, anaweza work na coach ya swimming, ya boxing, whatever, anafunza strength and conditioning. So we teach everything from nutrition, you know, tunafunza communication, tunafunza biomechanics, gym management, vitu kama so everything fitness related tunafunza hapa, yes.
Maybe to this one person mwenye hajui penye you guys are located, you can tell them.
So this school iko Development House. Hiyo ni just opposite of your center in town. Development House, 11th floor, yeah.
Leslie, we also know you as a fitness coach. Hebu tuingie fitness kidogo. Umejua watu wana misinterpreting fitness sana. Maybe you can tell us something about fitness. Yeah.
I think fitness is more broad than we think. In most cases, hata saa hii bado kuna watu ukiwaambia kuhusu fitness college wanashangaa hii kitu pia watu usoma. You know, because mtu anajua tu maybe fitness ni kuinua chuma ama kukimbia huko nje, you know. There's a lot. Fitness is your first doctor, which ukitembelea utatembelea daktari mwingine, but that is what most people never know. Because like 80% of the health problems are fitness related. Naongelea kuhusu nini? Diabetes. That's fitness, unaona. Like a lot of things unaongelea zitakuja na fitness, ama most of those problems zinakuja because you're obese, you know, because you have more fat percentage than you are required to have. So most problems zinakuja from that angle. So if you tackle this na ufanye fitness, you will not need these other things. Like if you could just put fitness first, hizo pesa unatumia osi hata ungekuwa unatumia, maybe unaona maybe fitness is expensive or nini. No, not really. And even if it was, hawezi compare na pesa unatumia for medication. You know, there's this one time I had a certain client mwenye alikuwa only 29 years and alikuwa anatumia dawa za pressure na diabetes. Alikuwa anatumia almost 700,000 per year for medication. I have that guy na aka lose some weight because he was obese. Aka lose some weight na within just 6 months daktari alimwambia aache kutumia dawa. Just within 6 months akaacha kutumia dawa and everything. So you can just see how much that has saved. Unaona? Sure. Yeah, but because maybe mtu anaangalia fitness kama luxury, like nikiwa na time, you know. The same like nilikuwa na producer of mine, nilikuwa na work naye sana. Alipass. Unaona? Na it was fitness related. He was also just 29, imagine. Na alikuwa na blood pressure pia. Alipass tu hivyo on 2022 December 31st. Alifall tu akapass because he was too obese. Now I was forcing him in the gym as a fitness, naambia fanya hata morning run basi nini. Alikuwa ananipeleka tu hivi. It was a conversation that was ongoing, imagine. When nilipiga simu that alipass, I was so heartbroken for something that I know that I could have stopped. Unajua? So mostly people don't take fitness as serious, but it's more serious than I think. And if you put fitness first, most of the problems zinaweza isha. Hata kuachwa kwa sababu performance iko chini. Hata hizo. Umejua so kila kitu ni huku. Hata unapata some people wanaingilia stories za Viagra sijui nini. Ni kwa sababu fitness iko chini, you know. Kama fitness iko juu, blood ina rush properly. Yeah, so fitness, I don't think if there's anything that I cannot equate to fitness. Even the money that you're making, you'll be more productive even at work if you're fit. Because fitness is a brain and mental focus. Like I can equate it to anything. Every aspect of your life, it's fitness related. No. So unaona watu wanakuanga na ugonjwa ya fitness bana. Kila siku mtu kwa gym asubuhi amerauka nini. Kuna tu venye kishaingia kwa system, you'll realize that ina change so much. Most people wanakujaga gym na specific things that they want. Kama ni lady atakwambia anataka tu tumbo reduce na huko nyuma iongezeke niko sawa, you know. So they come with such, but as they continue training na kwa ile environment, they realize there's much to it. They wanagundua hii kitu kumbe iko hivi, you know. Just like what I've talked about, even men na realize performance imechange. You see, utaacha kuja gym, mwezi acha. Hata you are significant, anakuambia siku hizi tangu anza hii maneno ya gym. Yeah, like I've had like thousands of my clients tell me that, you know, that siku hizi hata mama ana appreciate mimi kukuja huku, si ndio? So it's something that once you start doing it, then you'll realize, wow, but this thing is this deep. Yeah.
You've talked about fitness na ukairelate pale na performance, but there's been a lot of misconception. The other day we saw it at NGC, one of the popular blogs in Kenya. Wakisema pale, there's a lady was confessing, akisema ati hao wenye wamebeba chuma kidogo huko chini na shrink. Can tell us about that?
Umejua what happens is, kama you are not blessed underneath, hatukuje gym. Hatukuje gym, you know, it will still just be the same. Utakuwa tu mzee wa gym mwenye yuko blessed. Sasa hiyo unaona ni venye ulikuwa before. That one doesn't change. You see, ni kama kupaka nyumba rangi. If it was a weak house, hata uipake aje bado imeregea tu, you know. So that is totally not related. Totally not related. Kwa sababu fitness iwezi fanya ika increase in size ama length. Unaona? Yeah. So kama uko blessed ukikuja gym, you'll be a blessed gym person. You are not blessed, you are unblessed gym person. So kama yeye limit mtu mwenye ako unblessed na ako na muscle, asi tuingize hapo ndani tafadhali.
So in short, I shrink ukibeba machuma?
Hapana, hakuna. Not unless you use steroids. And that is a different case, which I don't even think is what she was talking about. That's a different case. Bodybuilders, majorly outside the country, when you wanatumia steroids. So that can happen, you know. But generally, mtu tu kwenda gym, it can't happen. Actually, what's supposed to happen is that your testosterone levels zinafaa ziende juu, unaona, na hiyo inamaanisha even your sexuality itaenda juu, so your sexual urge performance will improve, you know? Not size, urge and performance. No, yes. Yani niseme ile gari yako tu ndogo ndo tumeitune ka engine pale imefanyiwa mambo kanasonga, au gari kadogo kanasonga, but hiyo gari si basi sasa, no, bado ni kadudu tu.
Kidogo unasemanga pia watu wenye mbeba chuma kidogo wako promiscuous.
Not necessarily. Maybe tuseme demand iko high, but demand iko high. Sasa umejua sometimes wengine wana equate hiyo to increase supply pia. Unajua? Lakini demand inaweza kuwa high na kukuwe na scarcity. You know? The fact that wanakutaka si lazima so ukue tu uwe sasa umegeuka Rambo sasa moto inasonga tu, hapana. See, you also decide because you must also have your own principles. Unajua, maybe kuna mtu wako unampenda nini. I know so many gym people, bodybuilders, fit pros, wenye they love their partners, you know. Yeah, they love their partners, na hata tukiongea ni maboys, we know that this guy anakuwa committed to the wife ama to the girlfriend. So not necessarily, naona ni ina depend tu, na ni kama tu mkiwa shule mademu wote wanakatanga mwalimu, si ndio? So kuna walimu wengine wana respect kazi yao na wanasema no, lakini unapata kama mwalimu kila class kuna student ako na mtoto wake. So it's very personal. Ni nani? You see, because at a gym kila mtu anakuja. Both people who have their own principles and people who don't. So baadaye mambo ikichemka na demand pande, mwingine anaamua ku increase supply, mwingine anaamua acha kuwe na scarcity. So it depends.
Wewe pale being a gym instructor pale, na of course you have your female clients, maybe imekuaje?
I think as long as you are a fit pro, hizo utamit. Unaona? People trying to hit on you, get you or whatever, hizo zita happen, your client will. Yeah, it's just that the more professional you are, the easier and the better and the longer you last for your job. That is what I always tell even my students. The longer would last for your job. But I know some fit pros who mtu hajaajiriwa anywhere for more than 4 months. Anaenda hapa kidogo kidogo issue na client. Hapa issue na class. Sijui bwana client amekuja na binduki. Sijui nini, it's just a lot, you know. Yeah, and sometimes they call me and ananiambia, mwalimu, kazi imekuwa ngumu. Naambia si kazi ni wewe. You know. Si kazi ni wewe, you know. Yeah, because personally I've never had such a situation. Pale mtu anakuja kuniconfront that why are you doing this with my girlfriend or my wife or whatever. No, because unaekele professional boundary. Tuna relate hadi hapa. You know, yeah, it's very difficult watu wairuke. Though once in a while napata wale watu wachukuma na ifuta hiyo line yako. Anaifuta na miguu. Anaruka kama fence. You know, unapata kama hao. Unaona? But niseme maybe if you are a trainer and you meet a client and you decide that you want something with them, you have now to remove the client trainer part so that it will do the otherwise. Unaweza mpeana kwa someone else ama another female trainer and train. Kama wewe unaogopa trainers wenzako, unampeana kwa female trainer na mtrain. Sasa wewe unabaki tu na update. Unaona, ama maybe sasa uanze kutrain na yeye kama be wako, you know, so ikwe couple goals. So unaweza decide, you know, unaweza decide. That is if you have decided that this is what I want. But ukimix pleasure na finances zako, it never works. So kama both genders, kwewe trainer female ama ni trainer male, once you have started having such relationship with your client, haizi kwa client any longer. Kwa sababu nadhani demo anaweza kuwa mboga yako na baada kulipe.
Atakata kulipa.
Anataka wewe ndio mlipe. Anaweza kukwambia ina no man my nails. Yeah, haiwezekani.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's important that unaweka yo professional boundary. Watu wanajua tu. You know, people will always try to cross it, which is also not a sin. Kwani ni mbaya mtake ku like. Unaona? Si mbaya mtake ku like. There is even some female trainers wenye wanapatanga issues na our last industry because they make it look like a sin mtu akimkatia. You see? Yeah, anaenda hata kwa manager, oh, client ananisumbua, is asking me out. Like, kwani ni amesema ukae poa. Si ama si ali decide ukwe type yake, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Ni sawa mtu kushoot that shot, you know, and also it's also nice in a professional way to tell someone if it can happen or it can't happen. Sometimes I want to find them so by the way. Because of the kind of relationship that we have, I would prefer if we just maintain it this way. Ndio, mtu ako na kichwa yake na ataelewa. Yeah.
And maybe
yes, we just still on that.
Yes.
How do you think Kenyans fear to take their partners in a gym? Is it that they're just projecting their fears, or maybe this gym instructors organize it and be as in couples or partners on
hiyo inaitwa insecurity. Inaitwa insecurity, and you know where insecurity come from? Insecurity is normally come from a personal aspect whereby how you think of yourself. You know, ni wewe uko na inferiority complex. You feel like I'm not good enough. I don't look good enough. You know, so ukianza kukuwa na hizo insecurities unaanza kuziproject kwa partner wako. Unasema ashaenda ashapatana mtu ashakucheat, all this has not happened, but in your head you have already created scenarios where this has happened, you know. Sure. So in your head, why is it happening? Because wanaweza kuna muscles unajua na wewe mbona una you see, muscles unaweza pata, you see, wewe mbona una. So if you work on yourself and you also become better, your inferiority complex will drop, your self confidence will go up. You know, so unajua tu like najiamini, kwani hata kienda kwani haizi pata mseka mimi, you know, unajiambia kwa mind because you know what you are and your values. Sure. So uogopi, unaona, na ni ukweli kama wewe ni kitu hata kuacha. Because huwezi sema ati mtu ataacha kula nyama juu kuna mboga juu ya meza. No, but kwa unajiona mboga na nyama iko pale, lazima kupe pressure.
Maybe Leslie, what was this one tempting moment now, one of your clients, and maybe how did you deal with it?
This is my way. I can't even think of them. You know,
maybe these people will approach you. Tunajua pale mademu kukati. Asa there's an interview did na mama walijitetea pale. Maybe how do you deal with such situations? Alafu tuambie kama uko na mtu pia.
Wamama gani hao? Mimi sijawaona. Yeah, but when I used to work as a personal trainer, that was very common. Hata kwa gym, you know. Hata kwa gym utapata sometimes mtu anahit on you, someone asks you out, you know, someone brings you gifts and stuff like that. When it comes to gifts, I always tell my students that you need to know mwisho ni wapi, you know. Like if someone gives you a gift as a trainer, ni normal mtu kukupea gift kama let's say gloves za boxing, you know, na vitu normal, you know. But when mtu anakuletea iPhone of course yes, it go for free, so you also have to like use your head to tell when this is being too much of this. See, kuleta something as huge as that and umejua hauna intentions za kukuwa na yeye ama kureciprocate, just to be a good person is best to just tell someone no than kuendelea kuchukua gift zake and you know you don't have intentions with this person. Unajua? Yeah, like just like I said, si mbaya mtu kukuwa interested kwa mtu mwingine, you know, it's not a mistake. Na pia mtu akikuwa interested kwako, it's foolish for also you to repel them in a bad way. No, unajua unatofikiria like jua kutakisa inafaa akwambie vibaya, unaona? Hakuwezi type yangu iwezi, no, like sometimes tell someone in a professional way. Kwanza kama mko job, it's so easy because uko na job kama excuse. You don't have to go to give a type sijui nini. Naambia tu mtu juu ya job, I wish we met in a different circumstances, but because of work, it's not possible.
And maybe apart from the shrinking, yeah, naitanga mjulus, maybe what's another misconception about fitness?
Fitness iko na misconceptions mingi. You know, there is some other concepts that are deeper than we think. Let's say for instance kama dem kuongeza haga kwa gym. You know, yeah, it's very common and it's out there, but it's not as direct as people think. You know, yeah, because the glute muscle is not, it cannot grow to be that huge. You know, so in most cases ukipata dem akona that huge backside is normally because of some fats, of course, which fats can be on the lower side of the body or the upper side of the body or just on the midline, you know. So zikikuwa on the lower side of the body, that lady is curvaceous, ndio. Kama on the upper side of the body, kila mtu anasema pana kaipoa. You see, it's just the location of the fats that has changed. But looking good or not looking good is more of perspective. Watu wanaiangalilia wapi, you know. For instance, kama kitambo ungekuwa in the US ama the western countries, and you're a lady and you're curvaceous, hakuna mtu angekutaka. You see, walikuwa wanataka petite kabisa, flat screen, you know. Walikuwa wanapenda laptops, you know. At that particular time, the same period, ukiwa Africa na wewe si dem umejaa, kuna mtu atakutaka because wazako la kwani kwenye ulishwi, you know, ama you sick, you have to be huge, lazima uwe wakijaga tunasema nyako mangielo yake hela. Ana ukitembea wale naona tu, unaona. So unaona ni perception too. And even right now in the western countries, what influencers like the Kardashians walishakuja wakachange your perspective. Hadi sahi even there they also need huge curvaceous girls, you know. Na hadi huko Africa pia kuna wanaume sasa wamechange wenye kama si petite hawezi. So looking good is more of perspective. That's why I always say you need to find yours. Inabidi ujue we mwenyewe ukikaa aje na kubamba, ni gani inakupea confidence, ni gani inafanya unajifeel nice, you see. Instead of just always going with where people are going. Wamesema hivi so ni hivi, wamesema hivi so ni hivi, itakupea depression because you can't look like anyone else. Hata kama wewe nani, I just tell you, hata hiyo picha model ume screenshot hiyo umeweka screenshot toa, huwezi kama yeye, you know. You can look like yourself and you can have the best version of yourself. Hata tukiongelea wanaume, maybe unapata huyu jamaa kona kifua ama nini sasa unatamani chest yake, una train chest kila siku ukae kama yeye, you know. Na yeye anaangalia abs zako, ana huyu msa ako na six pack tamu, I wish ningekuwa na kama hii. So unaona nyinyi wote you will not be happy because nyinyi wote mnaangalia kitu ya ule mwingine instead of focusing on yours. Angefocus kwa chest yake na focus kwa abs zako, nyinyi wote mngekuwa mbele, you know. Kuna feel nice about your abs and feel nice about your chest. So just make sure that ukwe real with yourself and you realize what works for you and what makes you happy. Kama any day maybe umebarikiwa side ya juu, unaona huku kwa tuzo zikubaya sana. Tesa nayo. Unaona usikwe depressed sana. You see, there are some ladies also who are very curvaceous huko chini, but they are always affected by huku juu, anaona huku juu Mungu hakunipea, you know. It makes them feel sad and bad about themselves. Enjoy yako, you know, just push your confidence towards that area and focus on the areas zenye unapenda, you know. Don't always look for the negative and what you feel is not right and where utaingia to depression.
Hakuna swali umeruka kipetero kiesu. Are you dating?
Pale kuna niuliza kwa zile container ya nini? Ile container iko pot.
Uko na mtu?
Unaweza kani niko taken. Niko taken for granted.
Jameni.
Na umejua hii maneno ya mtu hii. Si hata wewe ni mtu. Yeah, like kila mtu ako na mtu, uko na familia yako and you have people in your life. Everyone.
Honestly, jamani, acha kuruka. Are you dating?
No man is an island. Every person has a person. Yeah, hata kama ni mama yako.
So Leslie, tukiendelea na story ya gym, maybe one last question on that part. Kidogo ukiangalianga watu ni kama, let me say, wamedharau the kazi ya gym instructor and stuff. Maybe unaweza tuambia how is the pay, nini?
Your mentality, it's there, but unajua there's no smoke without fire. Where this came from kitambo wenye watu walikuwa wanaingia fitness ni juu maybe ulikuwa umefail shule, hauna any other thing, unaona, umeweza kulift chuma, umefura kidogo kidogo, umekuwa trainer. That was the concept. So in most cases ukuna pata tu watu wako fitness maybe ni wenye wako pata any other thing to do, they are not professionals, amelang tu kwa job, you know, they don't know much, they are not that informed, you know. So majorly it was that way, but siku hizi it may change so much because you have to go to school right now to be a professional trainer, you know. Hata sisi tuko na grade zenye zinakata watu nje, you know, because now it's intense. Me, I teach anatomy and physiology, like I can coach even other people who are doing other courses, the health related courses, kuhusu anatomy and physiology in our past, you know, because now it's more detailed. We are getting into the physiological part of the body and how exactly it works, and these muscles, where are they coming from? And we're talking about diabetes, how do you prevent it from fitness? We're talking about blood cholesterols, what are these, where are they, what affects them? Like, it's more detailed. So unapata pay pia inaanza kuchange. You see that nowadays, niseme ukipata regular commercial gyms kama zenye ziko within Nairobi, they pay trainers from 40k going upwards, you know. And ukipata hotel gyms, they pay you 65, 70, 75,000, 80,000. Ukienda like outside country, uende Qatar, uende Dubai, Kuwait, most of trainers wenye wako kwa over 100,000, you know. So hizo ni rates zenye ukicompare na watu wanafanya other jobs you know. Hata tuseme ufanye nini, like tuseme hata umeenda KMTC umefanya nursing for so many years, umevaa uniform like kusoma umesoma properly, you know, by the masomo na sasa kidogo, it's very intense, na sisi school like intense, alafu unaenda na pay cut 25k, no. Utaka how long do you ongeza hata cheo, you know, hata like unaongeza some peanuts, you know, and just, you know, how Kenya doesn't pay such well. Kama unafanya kazi nje, it's good, but hapa let's say you're even working as a nurse, utalipa 25k, you know, 30k at most. Maybe upande cheo huko after maybe working for 15 years ndio ufike hata 40s, you know, that's gonna really take long. Na kazi unafanya is intense. Kazi kama trainer, personal training, unapata, if I tell Nati I want to train you, let's say the least tunaweza lipa maybe 20,000 a month, na uko moja peke yako, na 24 an hour 4 times a week. So if I have 5 of you, if I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of you, you see, I know trainers who make like even $500,000 in a month easy, you know. Yeah, alafu pia market yako iko wapi? Uwezi kuja Islands kwa mtu kulipa 20k na hiyo ndio mshahara yake pia you know, kwa anataka kuishi ama kukulipa tu you know, it won't hold water. But kama wewe ni coach mwenye umeenda shule and you know the knowledge and the fitness business, uwezi jimarket na that part. Utaenda other areas pali kuna pesa, you know. Yeah, na ujimarket na those areas, na upate hao clientele wa high end wenye wanaweza lipa hii amount unasema. And you also have to be worth that money, because I won't pay you 10,000, I'm not seeing any changes. Sure. Because wewe unafanya trial and error. Unaangalia YouTube unaangalia ile YouTube channel ya Jackie ama unakuja kwa YouTube yangu ya fitness professor, unaangalia skiza, unakuja unajaribu kusema no. If you are a professional trainer and you know what you're doing, client ataona what they're paying for, you know. Na unapata referrals and referrals. Yeah, all let's say like all the trainers I know who are doing well in Nairobi, they are living well, you know, they have the investments, they have their cars, they're just doing well. But maybe pia uniform yetu ya gym most times uko tu kwa sweatpants na t-shirt na vest, ni rahisi mtu akudunisha ama kudalilisha kuona like this guy maybe is not that well off, you know. Yeah, so umejaka uko constantly kwa your space, someone can think of that. Yeah, but right now the fitness industry is paying so well. Hata naona na waibia siri, msikuje umejaa
join
don't come. By the way, you know, before fitness trainers kama wote na bodybuilders, they just used to be Luos and Luyas. Because as I said, people used to get into this industry like by chance too, because ulikuwa na lift umefura, and you know, mostly it's just Luos and Luyas who used to do that a lot. But nowadays, Wakikuyu wako wengi, you know, from the coast, we are getting a lot of students from Mombasa. Wa coast wamejaa. I have students from the coast wenye wanamaliza na wanaenda outside country like every month, or they are flying out every month. Na jobs za nje huwa zinakuja directly to me. They call me wanasema nataka trainers watatu, nataka trainers wanne, I want 2 female trainers nini because huko gyms ziko separate, you know. So I always get a lot of calls. Yani hata utakwenda nje it's so easy, you know. Yeah, so the industry, and imagine, it's still growing. You know, the industry is still growing. Because now we are coming up with our own bodies. We are fitness professionals where we are going to regulate. Lazima mtu akuwe na certification gani? You know, lazima mtu akuwe na this and this. Lazima gym ikuwe na this and this. You know, those type of things. So that industry to fitness are regulated well. Yeah, so this industry is a good industry. But kama uko passionate. Juu kama si passion wezi, kama gym tu wezi enda sasa kwa trainer. Kama uko passionate, this is not for you. You know, kama uko passionate, hii ni kama kuwa mwalimu. Yeah, kama uko passionate wezi. You just can't fake it. Yeah.
And apart from that, Leslie, tumeona like many people, like wewe, not many people, your success mostly imekuwa attributed to yourself. Like you're working it out on your own. But watu wengi wako wanajua like you are Obinna's brother. Until late tu kidogo ndio people wamerealize. But pia kuna still watu wenye wana like they attribute, wana kuconnect, wana kucompare and your brother. Maybe can speak about it.
Yeah, I think I've always loved the idea of being your own man. You know, like be your own man, do your own things, struggle it out, you know, figure it out. Don't be pass me this, pass me that, help me this, help me that. To some way, if you do that, you're not being really, you're not being considerate, you know, of others and also of yourself. Because kusaidiwa inafanyanga unakosa kujua kutafuta peke yako. You know, you need to know how to hustle it out. But the more unapatiwa handout kama mtu anakusaidia, potential yako ya kutafuta wewe inaisha. I ever wonder those people always just asking, these ideas, they go like, don't say it pia hustle. You know, sometimes that are sick kupenda kwake, but pale amefika ana hiyo uwezo ya kwanza kutafuta peke yake because amesha nurture the part of them that just feels that they need to ask. You know, they just feel like they need to ask. I remember even before, like I think even my brother knows I'm someone who don't ask for help. I don't ask for help. More so when it comes to financial things. You know, I always feel like there's a way to figure it out. But ukinipea, I won't figure it out. You know, so niko like ikitu hii hesabu itaingiana tu. You know, itaingiana tu, and I just have to do that. You know, and even to other people always come to me for handouts. In case maybe ujiwezi na umewezekana umeshindwa kabisa, because there are those other scenarios I can help. But kama wewe ni mtu unaweza, I always tell people, I will not give you fish, I will teach you how to fish. Chukua hii lake ndo ile tuingie. You know, yeah, there are so many people have given free scholarship. Ati bro nisaidie manze nini, namwambia kuja shule. Nakuja shule na kupea scholarship, unasoma na kutafutia job, unafanya kazi. Sasa nakwambia sasa hivi unafanya kazi, mbona uniombi? You know, because now you have your own thing. What people never know is that if you just give someone handout, they'll just come back. You know, if I buy you food today, what about tomorrow? Kesho pia bado njaa itakuma tu. Ama njaa itaikuma because nilikubaya food once. It doesn't happen that way. But if I show you how to fish it out yourself, you don't need to ever come back to me. And the more people you help as you go up, in case anything happens and you're falling down, they'll hold you back up. You know, yeah, imagine Jack, we are friends. Alafu I'm a multi-millionaire, kuna hilo inanisumbua, they want to auction my stuff, and I helped you before, wewe pia ukakuwa millionaire. I can just tell you, hey, Jagesi, unisaidie hapo 5M, I sort this thing out, you know, and be like, sure, no problem, unanipea. But kama ulikuja, alafu mimi nikakupea 200,000 and I didn't show you how to look for it, sasa niko na shida ya 5 million, and I tell you, maybe you are just worth 20k. Like, where's this idea, you see? So no, I'm just falling back down. That's something people never know. You have to go up with your crew. Everyone lazima pande, tuzonge, you know, so that in case of anything, as we have our boys club, where we normally meet and just talk and have fun, tunaenda kucheza games and those kind of things. When we go there, like someone just says, bills on me. No, bills on me. Like, your bill is the last thing we are worried about because everyone is doing by themselves. Nasema chini, tunakaa chini, nasema by the like my cousin Leon, tunasema ako na biashara ya nini, ako na biashara ya frames, ako na biashara furniture, like how can we help you with your business? Anasema hivi Leslie, wewe uko na nini, uko na shule, how do we do it? You know, okay, if you all can post it for me, at least I can get referrals. Okay, wewe uko na nini, you see. Now, Obinna ametoa nini, ametoa ngoma, if we all can post it, you know, like mnapushana tu hivyo, everyone is doing well on their own, so hakuna story mob za sijui nisaidie manze, sijui nini, no. Yeah, I think that's the secret. Just go up with your crew.
Okay.
Maybe tukimaliza.
Just still on that lesson,
Yes.
you get pressure sometimes by just being Obinna's brother, pengine from the surroundings, the people you meet, and really challenges to that.
The other day, I was telling Obi that before, when he had his first car, kanisa nyingine hapo kamechoka. You know, like I love that car, and I also wish to have that car before I had any myself. I was like, hey, gari kama mimi naweza pata gari ya bro inaweza nibamba, you know.
Yeah.
Then he moved on to another car. Then he moved on to I think a Mark II or something. I was, hey, Mark II sasa ndio fiti. Wewe gari ni refu, wewe inakaa. I don't inspire the same, you know. And then he moved to another car, and then he moved to another car. So I was just telling him the other day that I like having around, because not the pressure to other people, the pressure to myself. Una act kama pesa, you know. And I love my friends acting like pesas. When someone does something, don't look at it from an aspect of you know, from a hating perspective, but from a motivational perspective. You know, feel pressured na kitu mtu anafanya is human nature, it's normal.
Yeah.
Ni sasa energy una direct towards it. Mtu anaangalia mtu amebai gari na so mtu anajidai amebai gari nini. Na msana anaangalia, kama msana amebai gari si mimi pia naweza ibai. You know, kama msana amebai, kama msana anaishi huku si mimi pia naweza ishi huku. Ule mzee amehama ameenda Lavi, si mimi pia naweza enda. Kwani huyu mzee ako na vichwa mbili? Ana. Umemwona na pembe? Ana. You know, so if they can do it, you can also definitely do it, you know. So I love having people who give me pressure around. Nikikuwa kwa group of people na mimi ndio nawapea pressure, natoka.
Class yako.
Para me I want to go up. You know, sitaki kaa hapa kuweza kuniambia bosi, usile bosi, usile bosi, sina maploti, ila songa, you know. Acha nini kind of leja maploti anipe pressure, you know. Yeah, so it's good pressure. It's the type of pressure that I love. I love pressure naturally, and I think it would be best if everyone would embrace pressure. Furahia tu, acha ikupige akili ifunguke, you know. Yeah.
Tukimalizia pale Leslie, of late tumekuwa na I don't know your PDA with baby kidogo. Watu wanakasirika pale. Juzi tunaona umebeba baby. Like what's happening?
Umejua what happened with that video? I went to the shoot. Akaniona akanikimbilia akanirukia. Unajua, sasa mimi nilikuwa nimemshika asianguke. but shemeji yako ako hivyo, you know, ako lively na ako full of life and happiness and fun, you know. And I love that. I love being around such people. Learning to fry it, let's just have a good time, you know. Yeah, and I think maybe it's just because our African perspective tunaiona hivyo, but it's not a bad thing kunini na shemeji yako. Yeah, unaweza hug shemeji yako, unaweza mbeba, mnaweza dance na yeye. These are normal things. Maybe tumenini sana ndio naona but I don't find any problem with that.
Kitale tunaenda this Saturday for homecoming ya Shemshem. Maybe will you be there?
I'm really gonna try my best to be there. My students are doing exams currently, so inanishika sana. But I'm really going to find a way to find myself there, because hey, like the last one tulikuwa ilikuwa kwa Kisii. Had so much fun. Unajua, but tena when I go like on the road with them, inanirelease pressure yangu ya job. See, naenda pale najibamba na sahau every other thing. I really have fun also with friends and family. So it's a really a good thing. So I'm really gonna try to be there, even though I cannot promise that I'll be there.
Oh yeah. And pia tumeona kidogo mavijana and some artists from Kitale wanarushia kina baby na baby wa baby mawe, wanasema tusipo perform we reject that homecoming tour.
Yeah, I've heard and seen these type of stories. I think having someone involve you in their thing, si lazima ikuwe by force. You know, you can have someone involve you in something in a nice way. Una reject kwani wewe ndio ulianzisha. You know, you're not the one who started it. Hizi serikali ni kila mtu. Someone has toiled and worked for years to create a brand. If you want to be part of it, you ask. You know, and also you have to be worth the brand. See, ati kila mtu lazima aruke kwa hiyo brand. It's like nikawa ni artist and everyone just tells you, I want to collab, I want to collab. You can't just do a collab with everybody. Yeah. It like, are you worth the collabo? You know, are you worth the collabo? So hata kama mtu anataka such kind of things, you know, there's a way. You can go through the manager, you can send your own catalog, ionekane useme me, I would love a chance to perform. If you're worth it, like who would tell you no? Also, if you come in a presentable, good way. Sure. But ukisema to reject, when do they reject you?
So we confirm Kitale we are coming with or without those artists.
Kitale tunaenda, but our artists wanaweza kuwa, it's just a matter of talking it out. Si lazima ikue this or the high road. No, there's another road that everyone is willing to follow. Kama hiyo njia imepatikana ndio vizuri. Si wote tunasonga mbele, you know, no man is an island, everyone needs other people. But you need to find people who also like-minded na mnaweza work pamoja. But if someone just walks in your house today and tells you, mimi nakula ama hii nyumba na reject. Kwa sababu kiamua useme tu reject basi. Hakuna mwenye atakula. Yeah, so there's another way to talk things and there's structure to everything. Yeah.
Because they were claiming pale pia it's like Trans Nzoia government imefund baby to hold the function and they must be part of it. And Obinna pia ali reply pale akisema there's no funding, it's out of their own pockets.
Yeah, there's no one who's funding the show. Just the same way there's no one who's funding Obinna TV, as far as I know. You know, and it's just years of hard work. Umejua kitu hata kama sasa watu wanaiona sasa unaona Obinna TV, Obinna sijui nini. Obinna has been in the industry for what? 13 years, you know. 13 years toiling in there in clubs kupiga makelele kwa watu wanalala. You know. Walevi has been. Yes, there's a time alikuwa amekotana na best yake fulani kandi anaanza. Alikuwa na radio show ya from midnight to morning. Umsaka tuzi bana unaongea na watu wanalala. So it's been a long way coming, you know. It takes years to build brands. It takes years to build brands. So sometimes it's so painful when someone just thinks that maybe they can just cancel your brand. By the way, I think it's good that you asked me that question. I didn't like what some people did during the demonstrations when they were telling artists lazima kuje ama tuku cancel. Like what the hell? Public participation lazima ikue like your own individual decision, you know. Venye tu watu wao wanaenda kupiga kura. Hakuna msajili ambaye usipokuja kupiga kura leo tunakuua, you know. There are some people who always say some uninformed things like me mambo ya politics ini affect me sikuji. You know, times hii tunaamka 5 kwenda kupanga line. But watu wapigi, you know. So even if you want to reject a financial bill or even a sitting president or whatever you want to do, you ask other people na unawaingiza box in a knowledgeable way. The reason why we are canceling this is this and this and this, and it's affecting you in this way, this way, this way. Can you kindly come with us? We go reject this thing, you know. But you naambia mzee usipokuja hiyo YouTube yako. I was seeing that thing and I was like, no man, why are you doing the same thing that the government is doing to you? Sasa unalipisha mbaya na mabaya. If the government is being unfair to you and you want to cancel them, so you also want to cancel other people and be unfair to them. So when Agavas in the same thing, that's we're being a folk cancel. You know? Yeah, no, you don't do that. Like tell people in a good way. Unataka watu kujoin, unataka mkwe na watu kwa the same forum or anything. Ingiza kwa say box. That's why I love the American politics where someone stands and says, I stand for this and this and this and this. Do you guys agree? You know? Me, I stand for this and this. Do you guys agree? But not the emotional politics. Hata kama sitaki umse ama sipendi umse. Like that is what I base on my politics. Ni liking ama disliking. It's an informed type of politics. But now I think that Kenyans, we are more civilized. That in Mali we should start looking at things deeply. And I hope that everyone has learned from this past situation.
Oh,
you know? Yeah, like look at it deeply. Usiangalie tu ni mtu watu si mtu wetu, unampenda usimpendi. You know, sometimes even if someone is not from your tribe ama you dislike them because of their looks, but hebu sikiza kitu mtu anasema for once. Sikia kitu mtu anasema, look at someone's track record. Mtu amekuwa nani na nani, amefanya nini na nini, ni issues gani ako nazo, how did they handle this and that. base it around that, not just feelings. Yeah.
And maybe as you wind up, you can give us your social media handles. Tumeona pale pia umeanzisha your YouTube channel. Give us your handle.
Yeah, so nimeanzisha a YouTube channel which is based on teaching people fitness. Just what I've talked about, but details. Now, nakuongelesha about how to lose weight, nakuongelesha about how to gain muscles, how to improve your health generally through fitness, how the link between fitness and your mental health. I'll be talking about so many things there. So, fitness professor, TikTok, fitness professor, Instagram, fitness professor, Facebook, fitness professor, YouTube. Fika tu pale, gonga like, gonga share. Tell other people as well about it because knowledge mingi itakuwa namwagika huko, mtu yote ako na ndoa anaweza kuja chote.
So Leslie, any other thing before we wind up?
Nothing really, just thank you for having me. Yeah, I have a great time and I'm sure we'll have so many other discussions.
Yeah, I've heard from you. We have a lot of things to talk about.
Truly, we will. Asante sana kwa kuja.
Karibu. Guys, that has been one-on-one with the Leslie. Make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel, Fitness Professor. And we are with Vicky Vikina and Obinna TV updates. Till next time, bye-bye.